what's up, everybody? K Pro here today, and it's been a while since I've actually uploaded a commentary video, and decided to wanting to do one today. Instead of the usual commentary video, today I actually want to narrate a weird dream I had yesterday from a nap I took. And the reason for this is I've actually been wanting to do this, but every time I will wake up from one of those weird dreams, which I have from time to time, I sort of start forgetting it. So yesterday, as soon as I woke up, I typed as much as I could remember into a Word document here. And the reason for this is I'm actually inspired from another YouTube commentator which did something just like this, called Drifter. And so I said, hey, why not? I mean, I listened to the whole story he had, and it was really interesting. And so I decided to, try to narrate my story or dream, you could say, that I had yesterday. It's kind of weird. A lot of it doesn't make sense, but I'll leave it up to you guys. So maybe you guys could help me interpret what the dream's trying to say or such. But anyways, without further notice, here you go. So let's see. It's the dream starts off with me and my family leaving Puerto Rico on some sort of mini cruise or such. Because it at first it looks like a cruise ship, but then again it actually seems kind of smaller. But then again it has a lot of rooms inside, kind of like those, like I said, like a cruise. So we're just gonna say it's a mini cruise. I don't know what to call it. So let's see how it goes afterwards. So it started off with me and my family on the ship, like I said, leaving Puerto Rico, and after like a few minutes, my family disappeared. So I guess I just went off on my own to explore the ship, whatever. And as I arrive at the middle center, which is you can say kind of the lobby section of the ship, right there's like a bar section, which seems kind of random, but it looks like a food court area, but without the restaurant. Just a bar section and lots of tables, which I guess in the bar section you can just order food, and I guess you sit on the table and they bring you the food over. Let's see. I'm just walking around, looking around, exploring, and at one point I met this Latina girl from out of nowhere. I'm assuming she's from Puerto Rico as well, because mostly everybody that was on that ship was from Puerto Rico. So, she and I decided to chill out. We hanged out, we're walking, and then out of nowhere, I believe, a few, you can say thugs, I guess, bad people, whatever you like to call it, or after me at least. I don't know why. At this point, I literally don't know why. So, me and the girl noticed that people are chasing after us, so we ran up the stairs, which is there's a middle stairs, heading to a second floor, and we ran up the stairs straight up, turned right, and as soon as we turned right, we ran down the hall. If we turned left, we would have gone into like the section where the hallways has leads to everybody's rooms. So right before we could turn left to go into that hallway, randomly, I'm not kidding you guys, randomly out of nowhere, the bad people or thugs, whatever, that were chasing us, tossed out Pokeballs and brought out two Pokemons, which I think one of them were Coughing and another one was Sandshrew. If you guys don't know, I hope you guys know what Pokemon I'm talking about. If not, then go ahead and Google it. But yeah. And at that point, we were trapped with those two Pokemons in front of us. We tried to escape. I guess it would be the obvious thing is they will attack us or something. So at that point, out of nowhere, my dream starts getting fuzzy and it fades off. That seems to be scenario 1, I'm going to call it. And then, like the next minute, dream fades back in, which we're going to call scenario 2. This time, the dream's a little bit more different. and this scenario seems to be shorter than the one previously. In this scenario, it seems once again I am walking into a building, which seems to be like some kind of large company, and but for some odd reason, I don't think the character in this scenario is me, because I've noticed like as we go through the different scenarios of this whole dream, I think I'm representing different characters. But for the first one, yes, it was me, the first one. But in this second scenario, it seems I'm somebody else. I don't know who am I, but I'm this one person who seems to be like the CEO or some kind of leader of a multi-millionaire company. And so in this scenario, I walk into company, and as soon as I walk, oh, also, what to mention, this company seems to be like somewhere in Florida, I'm going to assume. Maybe Orlando, I don't know. But I'm definitely sure it's somewhere in Florida. So as I enter the company, I find myself seeing the same thugs or bad guys that were in my first scenario dream. Don't know why. But as soon as I enter the building, there they are, sort of like blocking my way from heading up to the second floor of the building, I guess you can say. And out of nowhere, the dream fades out once again. So weird, huh? So even I don't know what that's trying to say or mean. So let's just continue then, I guess. Next, let's see. I have my Word document here. I'm trying to remember what it was. So after that, next is once my dream fades back in once again, which we're gonna call this scenario 3. It seems I'm a different character once again. No big surprise. But as the character I am right now on this third scenario, I seem to have lost a big chunk of memory. Like, I don't really know who am I. And I'm just this one person that's, at this point, and all the other points. Well, scenario 1, 2, and 3, which 3 is now. All these 3 scenarios up to now, it's the camera angle, you could say. I was the whole time in first person view. You will see soon on this scenario 3 towards the end of it, the camera angle switches from first person to a third person for a second and then switches back to first person. But anyways, I am a person who seems to have lost all its memory, or at least the major parts. I don't really know who am I, but what I do know is that I am, for some reason, scared and running around the streets, trying to hide from the same thugs. Like throughout the whole story, the same thugs, bad guys. I don't know who they are. For some reason, they're chasing me this time. So I go in through various shops to hide, but I keep getting myself kicked out, I guess. I eventually end up in this one shop, which is a jewelry shop, and I somehow get sneaked in quietly, and on the jewelry shop, the counters they have, where they have the jewelry. Well, I believe towards the end of the counter, there's like they can lift the table up, like for the employees to go in. So that little edge corner is where I hit myself. And in this jewelry shop, there's actually 2 employees working. And so as I hide over there, out of nowhere, the thugs come in to the shop and start yelling at the 2 workers with guns and everything, and asking if they seen where I was. Like, have they seen me? And like, they don't know who I am, so they had no idea what he was talking about. One of the thugs actually killed the man behind the counter, the employee behind the counter, for not cooperating. And then the second employee, which is outside the counter, was begging for his life for not to be killed, because he really don't know what the thugs are talking about. At this point, the thugs kill him as well and decide to light up the whole shop on fire and burn it down, so there's no evidence or such of murder. And as one of the thugs were tossing gasoline around the place, he walked by the corner and found me. And at that moment, he grabbed my arm and pulled me out of my hiding spot. And like once again, for some odd reason, I don't have memory. All I know is I'm a character who is very weak, very scared. Don't really don't know what's going on. So the thugs, apparently the thugs had a Thompson, or as many would call it, a Tommy gun, and he called out the boss. Tell him among the thugs, there are three of them. Among the thugs, one of them were the boss, I assume. And he called the boss, told the boss that he had found me, and I guess he gave him the okay to kill me. So what happened was the thug grabbed the Tommy gun and started spraying bullets on me. But for some odd reason, at that moment, as I closed my eyes, I didn't feel the bullets hit me. So surprisingly, I opened my eyes to see the bullets were actually bouncing off me, or like not having any effect on me. They were just dropped on the ground. The thug was really surprised, like he was in shock. I was in shock. And then at this moment, like I said, the camera angle went from the first person view to a third person view. And surprising enough, for some weird reason, my character was wearing the clothes of Superman. I don't know why. I could clearly see I had the red cape and the blue suit. And I was really confused. I got like, what the hell is going on? Like that. I thought that's what I told myself after I woke up. But anyways, so like I said, I was Superman, but instead of like Superman who's really buffed up, I wasn't really buffed up. I was just like this average guy. So what happened was, seeing the bullets wouldn't hurt me, I pushed the guy off and ran off. And as I run off to the streets, the camera angle switches back to a first-person view, and as I run off, like I said, as I was running off, I'm starting to slowly regain memories little by little. And as I start regaining memories, my dream fades out once again. I don't know if I'm going to split this story into 1 or 2 videos, but if I do decide so, I would split it off now. If not, then I'll continue as I should.
Oh, come on. Outside of loading dock.
Yep.
What? Oh my god, I just got commando knifed outside loading dock. There's a guy walking around with a pistol.
UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon. UAV online.
That's bullshit. 2 unloading, Doc.
Package waiting for your mark. Predator missile ready for deployment. Kill confirmed. We are triumphant.
Oh wow. Medic didn't do too hot that game.
There's the 2 unloading, Doc. Yeah, he didn't do too good against those.